Hi, my name is Sam, and today in this video, I want to talk about how to price your rental property. There's a big pitfall that a lot of owners fall into that I want to warn you about, and that is I set the price of my rental property based upon what my monthly cost is. So, for example, I have a $3,000 mortgage on my home. That means I need to get at least $3,000 in my pocket after all of my expenses are paid so that I can cover my mortgage, taxes, insurance, HOA, whatever. And that's a faulty way to try to price your rental property because the rental market is completely independent from whatever your cost is. The market is what determines the price of your home. So then the only question becomes, how do you go about determining what the market price actually is? Some people will use algorithms. Zillow is known for providing this, and they say, Zillow says my home should rent for X, therefore that's what it's going to rent for. What it really comes down to is you have to know the market. You have to be in the market. You have to be actively experienced with what is going on right now. Not last month, not last year, right now. How much are homes of your size with your upgrades and your particulars renting for? So I want to illustrate this for you in a way that hopefully will make it make sense financially, because some people have this idea as well, which is just put it out at that price and we'll finally get eventually somebody who will appreciate it for that price. And that's just not how things go. And I want to give you some specific numbers-based examples. So let's look at two properties, identical properties listed at exactly the same time. Owner number one lists their property at slightly below market rent for $2,500. It takes 2 weeks to rent. Owner number two, identical property, wants a little bit more. I want $2,700, so they list it as well. What happens to that house? It takes longer to rent. Let's say it takes 8 weeks to rent. So owner one rents in 2 weeks, owner two rents in 8. If you look at what those two owners make at the end of 12 months, you will find that owner one comes out on top. So owner one, who rented faster, makes more money over the course of a year than owner two. You have to remember that one of your biggest expenses as a rental property owner is vacancy. The longer that home sits vacant, the more it's costing you. It makes sense to go a little bit below market, get your property rented quickly. Tenants who have good credit scores, that are good tenants, they are looking for deals. They are not going to overpay for your rental property. They don't overpay for anything. That's why they have good credit. That's why they're good tenants. They make good financial decisions. They're not going to look at your house and say, well, it's a little bit more special, so I'll pay $2,700 when I could get this equivalent house for $2,500. So not only does owner one get more money in the course of a 12-month period, they also get a better tenant. And the reverse is also true, where poor tenants have been rejected from the owner one type properties where they say, no, I'm sorry, you don't meet our qualifications. And so they come to you really in a point of desperation and say, I know it's overpriced, but I'll pay it. It's okay. I just need somewhere to live. And guess who's also desperate in that scenario? You, because it's been vacant for 8 weeks. And so two desperate people are a match made in heaven. And now the two of you in your desperation go into contract, and most likely that's going to end negatively for that property owner. So that's just a little bit about our philosophy of why we do recommend slightly under market pricing. We determine that with our experience of the local market and that particular home. It's not algorithm based, it's experience based. And in doing that, we're able to rent properties quickly with low vacancy, low risk to well-qualified tenants. So hopefully that tells you how we would do it. You can do that yourself, or if you want to contact us, we'd love to help you with that.